Since the dawn of human civilization, it seems that aliens have been observing our world. Did the aliens seen by ancient people resemble the ones described in modern times? Did ancient people have close encounters with extraterrestrials? Fortunately, through some existing ancient relics and documents, we have found traces of ancient aliens. 1. Aliens from 7,000 years ago. The earliest record of aliens in China appeared in rock paintings from 7,000 years ago in the Helan Mountains. On these paintings, which depict the lives of ancient tribes, one can see aliens wearing special helmets and thick, sealed spacesuits. At the southern end of the Helan Mountains, there is another astonishing rock painting. In the upper left corner of the image, two rotating flying saucers are depicted, and from the opening of one saucer, an astronaut is seen descending. Animals and ancient people on the ground are shown fleeing in terror, vividly portraying a real encounter where aliens piloted a flying saucer and landed on the Helan Mountains in ancient times. The Helan Mountain rock paintings are scattered throughout various mountain passes in the Helan Mountain Range in Ningxia. These paintings, created by ancient ancestors on the rock faces, record their lives, beliefs, and mysterious phenomena. There are over 27,000 individual images, with more than 5,000 presented in group combinations. 2. UFO from over 4,000 years ago. In the ancient text Shi. There is a record of an alien flying object that suddenly appeared more than 4,000 years ago. It describes a massive, glowing, ship-shaped craft floating above the Western Sea. The craft shimmered and slowly drifted through the sky. The people aboard this craft had strange appearances, wore tall hats, and were covered entirely in a thick layer of white feathers. These strange beings could fly freely in the sky despite having no wings. Those who witnessed this sight felt as though they had seen deities. 3. Over 2,000 years ago, Emperor Chin XI Huang hosted aliens. Ancient records in Shi also mention that China's first emperor, Chin XI Huang, once had an extended conversation with aliens. These aliens were known at the time as the Wanku people. Their mode of transportation was a spiral-shaped spacecraft, resembling a conch shell. This spiral spacecraft could fly in the sky and also dive underwater, much like modern submarines. It moved at incredible speed. The Wanku people were extremely tall, and their clothes were made from bird feathers and animal fur. Chin XI Huang had no language barrier when speaking with them. They discussed the ancient times when the heavens and the earth were first formed. The Wanku people spoke in great detail, as if they had personally experienced those events. The conversation went on pleasantly until sunset. At night, the Wanku people used tiny lamps the size of rice grains to light the area, and the light was extremely bright. Chin XI Huang referred to the Wanku people as divine beings, and treated them with utmost respect. The aliens Chin XI Huang encountered were quite different from modern depictions of extraterrestrials. It remains unknown whether they were visitors from another planet or ancient ancestors who had left Earth long ago. 4. A spaceship hidden in the Imperial Palace 1,100 years ago. In the Tang Dynasty text Dong Tianji, there is an account of a strange alien spacecraft. In the late Tang Dynasty, a spaceship from aliens once stayed at the Imperial Palace. The ship was over 16 meters long, and when tapped, it sounded like metal. It was sealed tightly, made of a hard, rust-resistant material. Branch-like objects grew on the outside of the ship, but no one knew what they were made of. People couldn't see inside the craft. The then Prime Minister, Li Dao, who desired to become an immortal, had a branch-like piece broken off and carved into the shape of a Taoist priest. Unexpectedly, this Taoist figure could fly around like a bird. In the year 880 AD, possibly after completing its mission, the spaceship suddenly disappeared, just as mysteriously as it had arrived. The Taoist statue vanished along with it. 5. Alien probe from over 900 years ago. The ancient Chinese scientist Shen Kuo also recorded an unidentified spherical object in his book Mengshi Bitten. According to Shen's account, during the Zhao era of the Northern Song dynasty, 1056–1063 AD, people in Tianchong County, northwest of Yangzhou, suddenly discovered a massive, glowing, pearl-like spherical object floating near a pond or marsh. Later, this mysterious floating, divine pearl, drifted northeast to the Pish Lake and Xinkai Lake. For many years, locals and travelers often saw this divine pearl floating above the lake. The famous writer Sun Tzu had a study by the shore of Pish Lake. He once saw the giant orb hovering in midair. The orb had a door, with the edges seemingly lined with a golden stripe. When the door opened, he could see that the inside of the orb was about the size of half a bed. The room inside emitted a silvery white light, and in the center of the space was a smaller bead, dazzling and radiant like a rising sun. More than 10 years later, the glowing orb over Pish Lake mysteriously disappeared. Some researchers speculate that this large spherical object might have been a probe sent by aliens to Earth. A chicken-headed creature from over 850 years ago in Songxi, Wuxingji, an event is recorded as having taken place in 1170 AD, during the Qiandao period of the Song dynasty. A strange creature appeared in Guantong, near Xi'an. This creature was about 3.5 meters tall, with a head resembling that of a chicken but with a human-like body. During the day, it floated down from the sky and wandered through the fields, attempting to communicate with the local people. However, the people were so frightened that they stayed far away. Some researchers speculate that this strange creature might have been an alien wearing a chicken-shaped helmet, though it remains unknown why this lonely alien had come to Earth. 7. Alien abduction incident from 140 years ago in the Songzi County Annals. It is recorded that on the 8th of May in the 6th year of Emperor Guangxu's reign, 1880, a young farmer from Songzi County woke up one morning and noticed something unusually bright in the forest behind his house. As he approached and reached out to grab it, he was instead seized by the object and floated up into the sky. He felt the wind rushing past his ears and became dazed. Shortly after, he was suddenly dropped onto a large mountain, unharmed. It was only then that he fully regained his senses. He encountered a woodcutter and, upon inquiry, discovered that he had been transported over 500 kilometers, from Songzi to Guzhou. The young man begged for food along the way and took 18 days to walk back home. 8. Hundreds of people witnessed a UFO 132 years ago in 1892. The Qing dynasty painter Wu Yoru created a painting titled Red Flame Rising into the Sky. In the painting, crowds of people are shown on Nanjing's Zhuge Bridge, all looking up at a fireball in the sky. The painting's inscription states that on the night of September 28, a fireball floated from west to east. It resembled a giant red egg drifting through the sky. Unlike a meteor, which quickly disappears, this fireball moved slowly and steadily, accompanied by a faint sound. Despite the overcast sky, the fireball was clearly visible. There were hundreds of witnesses. After the time it took to finish a meal, the fireballs slowly vanished. The painting's inscription specifically notes that this was neither a meteor nor a sky lantern, but something completely unheard of. From these cases, it is evident that ancient aliens share some similarities with modern depictions of extraterrestrials, yet also exhibit distinct differences. They seem to show no hostility and even appear willing to communicate with humans. Their appearance and equipment vary as well. Were these ancient aliens from different planets? Why did they visit Earth? Could there be some connection between them and the extraterrestrials encountered today?